turn on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Drags, can you hear me now? What an idiot. I basically, thank you Isabel and Drags for letting me know that basically you couldn't hear me. So basically 2 minutes and 7 seconds in, nothing. Right, I'll start again. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road, please take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home to a country road. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine and teardrops in my eye. Chorus lost on country road, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home on a country road. 21 people in the live stream. That's awesome. I always like that. Hi, dog lover. How are you? Hope you're well. Thank you very much to Isabel and Drags who saved the live stream by going, we can't hear you. Turn on your mic. Without them, it would just be, well, actually, it might have been better. What type of songs do you like? Thanks for the question, Drags. Lots of, I think any song that has a memory attached to it. So John Denver he's 70s and 80s, so that was very much me growing up. My dad loved John Denver, and I probably just anything. For me, it's more about music is about memories and. Yeah, sorry, you asked. That was I had made that a real mouthful. That didn't necessarily have to be that difficult. Right. I like songs where I can parody, and I like songs that basically are quite easy, and I can turn into a parody song. Those are good songs. Right. Typically, just as I've gone to my shed. I have a small child who is he's in his pajamas, which is a good start. It's nearly that time. What's the best song you've done on Dog Lover? Hello, Dog Lover. Best song. Off you go, please. I'm doing my thing. Off you go. Literally all day. Hello from the Lake District. How is the weather up in the Lake District? We've had a nice. You are literally at one end of the country, and I'm at the other end. I'm near Brighton. And you're right up the other end. Don't know why I'm telling you that. You probably have a much better understanding of geography than me. Right, this is a parody of Let Me Entertain You by Robbie Williams. And it's a parody of basically when I was trying to attempt to do homeschooling in lockdown. And it was horrendous. Mama's gone and daddy's here. It's 9 too early to have a beer. Homeschooling gives me the fear. I'll scream. When it comes to kids, we have 3 to be standing up. I bet like me some possible signs of OCD. Oh dear. Let me educate you. Please let me educate you. Life's too short for biff and shit. Don't do that, you'll make it rip. Mum and dad went to the tip. Who cares? Don't forget your finger space. 1 letter a page is such a waste. Dog treats don't belong in a pencil case. Who cares? Let me entertain you. Let me educate you. They didn't. It was a nightmare. Can you play Riptide? I can actually play Riptide. And in fairness, hello, I need to make sure. I want to make sure that I say hello to all the people. G-Tag World, hello. That's very kind of you, Drags. Appreciate that. Hello, Charlotte Tiptree. Hope you're well. That's kind of you. I made a ton of mistakes in that last song, but I appreciate your support. It is always appreciated. Right, let's find Riptide. It's definitely in here because I've been asked so many times that I've like, do you know what? Just learn it. And it's not a difficult song. It's basically I was scared of dentists and the park. The dark, not the park, that makes no sense. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green, that makes no sense either. You're a magician's assistant in their dreams. And they come unstuck. Lady running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat because you're gonna sing the words wrong. A bit like me. What time is it for you? I think it's about maybe 7 o'clock. Not sure. Jack, go and ask your mummy what time it is. Okay. Right, here's a parody of I'm Bored by Jason Mraz. I love that I'm trying to do a live stream in my shed at 7 p.m. And a small child is critiquing me in the background. 6:54. Thank you, Isabel Atwood. Well, I took you to the park and I bought you a Happy Meal. We went to the pantomime, we saw Sting and Ian Beale. To be honest, I'm quite confused. Now you never seem that amused. All this being present means I'm presently quite stressed. Not buying a pony should result in my arrest. I shouldn't have to explain to you why a 7-year-old does need a personal trainer. If you're a mum or a dad, the one thing you'll know is true. Your kids will often tell you that they're bored. I'm getting really old. Do you know that's definitely on my list for 2026. Get an eye test and probably get some glasses because I definitely need them. What is that? Ale or 8? Oh, 8. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Hi, George. Hope you're well. George, where are you? George, we all want to know now. Where are you? Because that's 10:54. I'm guessing maybe South Africa. Maybe. I don't know. You're not east or west too far. We're all waiting with bated breath. Can you do Someone You Loved? I can't, I'm afraid. Who's that by? I'm going to attempt to do this Wonderwall parody. Hello, Cosmo. One day is gonna be the last day when they don't start again. One day will be the last day when you won't have to tie their shoe. You won't search for book bags or remind them to flush the loo. I don't believe that any parent judges your parenting skills like you do. Bittersweet when your parenting's complete and no one needs a lift to Scouts. You'll only be brushing your own teeth and forcing yourself to eat sprouts. I don't believe that anybody judges your parenting skills like you do. And just in case, like me, you need reminding, there's nothing more challenging than child minding. There are many things that they will have learned from you, so please take a bow. And maybe it was probably my kids that saved me. And now that they're told, I miss them being small. It's true. It's a bit ridiculous. You basically, when they're little, you're desperate for them to be big, and then when they're bigger, less. You don't. I don't miss the nappies or the wet wipe era. That was horrendous. Just because the amount of money you spend on wet wipes, and you're like, this is just basically going to end up in a landfill. Really depressing. What's really depressing is when you go, oh, nearly lost the whole thing there, but I didn't. But you basically, my tripod, my music stand. Well, that was a Bruce Grobbelaar-esque save. My music stand is basically 2 Tupperware containers from the Chinese, a recent Chinese takeaway, which was delicious, but it's probably, I really probably should invest. One of the reasons I'm hoping to get them on YouTube, my YouTube channel monetized, is so I can treat myself to a music stand. That would be great. Get a music stand so that basically, just so it's a bit more professional. Hello Adele, Fortnite, hope you're well. Hello Hermes Orchard. Yes, my kid is small, very small. I can relate. How small are we talking? Are they under a year? I do miss those times a little bit, because when they're cuddly, and life is all about cuddles, it's also all about mess. I've got a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old who are very much at the, oh, get off, Dad, when I try and give them a hug, especially my son. My daughter's a bit more friendly, but my son, 3, yeah, you're right in the thick of it. Although our 7-year-old is our youngest, he still ends up, wanting cuddles all the time, which is nice. But then I think if you've got more than one, you'll start to miss it when, I certainly miss the fact that me playing ukulele parody songs on YouTube in a shed probably isn't helping, but I'm definitely embarrassing silly dad. They're like, oh god, it's so embarrassing, but I think I'm very much career or something got cooked. Oh yeah, are you referring to when I drags? Is that you referring to when I nearly knocked over my tripod seconds ago? Right. But that's just, you just keep going, and that's a good sort of maxim for parenting. Just keep going through the chaos. Just tunnel vision. Right. This is for I'm going to dedicate something to Hermes Orchard, who's got a 3-year-old. This is a parody of the Proclaimers' 500 Miles. When you're a parent, well, you know there's gonna be an endless list of jobs to do. You'll try washing with soap or bleach or lava, but your hands will always smell of someone's poo. And when I've done 500 jobs, it just gets replaced with 500 more. I wanna be a man who gets to sleep in his own bed, not someone else's floor. I'm exhausted, but apparently not as tired as my wife. I'm exhausted, but I wouldn't change a thing about my life. It's true, I wouldn't. It's absolutely exhausting, but I wouldn't change it. I can't. There are days. There's not a day that's gone past in the last 13 years when I haven't thought, I'm not cut out to do this. I've not got the skill set, the patience, or the energy to be a good dad. And then you just have to remind yourself, well, I've got choice. I have not choice. These children need me. Can you do Shape of You? That's an Ed Sheeran, isn't it? I can't, I'm afraid. But actually, I probably should start learning a bit of Ed Sheeran. Please, I can't. I can play Shape of You, but not with the right chord sequence. I wonder if you'll notice. Yes, you probably have. That's my effort until I can actually learn it. Hello, Sode. I hope you're well. This is a parody of "Keep on Moving" by by 5, I think. and it's about basically this time of year when I get a bit run down. I woke up today with a cold sore, a clear sign that I am run down. But I'm on a dad mission to raise global morale by being a massive clown. If you want to listen to some very silly songs, please really subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please can you do stitches? No, I don't know any of these songs. Sorry, dog lover, but I know you love dogs, but I can't do this. He's like, where's he gone? I'm basically having to retrieve all the songs that I knocked off when I had a moment and knocked everything off the... Yeah, you don't need to know that. Right. And the good thing about making a massive mistake is you just keep going. This is a parody of Lean On Me, and it's in case someone's having a rubbish day. Sometimes life can be poo, like a big bag of poo. Someone has covered in poo, but there's a very silly man with limited ukulele skills. He's on a mission to make you smile. Lean on me when you're having a wobble, 'cause I am a man who's often quite wobbly, and you can wobble together, safe in the knowledge that it's not just you and me. That went a bit wrong. Oh no, my mum's calling me. You gotta go, man. You gotta go. It's nice to see you, and I appreciate you staying around for the live stream, because I think it's quite late where you are. So that's good. But yeah, don't do as you're told, your mum. Hello, Millie Hudson. How are you? I hope you're well. That's very kind of you. I would still consider myself very much a ukulele beginner, but I enjoy it. And actually, it's certainly it's given my YouTube channel new life, I'd say. I keep hitting the mic. I had a YouTube channel. It's 11:04. I go to bed. It's way past bedtime. I had a YouTube channel last year. It got hacked, and it was about 8 years of work. I was quite unhappy, but on the positive, and keeping a very zen mindset, it actually kind of redirected my channel into doing what I really want to do, which is creating ridiculous ukulele parody songs about parenting and mental health. Basically, I've struggled with my mental health for years with, excuse me, burping into my hand, not struggling with burping into my hand, with OCD, which has led to depression, basically, just the anxiety. The whole, how I would describe mental illness is just exhausting. You feel like, quite often life feels like you're walking through concrete, wet concrete, not literally concrete, that would make any sense. And yeah, so I wanted to do a live, and actually doing live streaming, I'm having so much more success with that. You know, the channel is growing, although I would like it to go quicker. But do you remember me? I do. Diana Martinez, of course I do. If you want to do me a massive favor, actually, I've just done a video about, I do videos about what I would tell, what advice I would give my younger self. So as a 50-year-old man, what advice would I give my, say, 25-year-old self? And I've done one about what advice I'd give about drinking alcohol. Thank you. Bless you, Drags. It's very kind of you. That's very kind of you, Bims. I appreciate that. Right, here is a parody of Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline, and it's basically about when in lockdown I got fat because I wasn't doing any exercise. When it began, start again. When it began, when I noticed the build-up of back fat and my underpants were feeling snug. But what can be done? Can't visit a gym in lockdown to shred my chest or tone my bum. Hands, put down that second bit of cake, grab yourself a banana, and smash out some body squats. Do a body squat, while you're waiting for some toast to pop. How many should I do? It's up to you when you stop. 1. That's my advice. Start with 1. That's all you need to do. Yeah, I used to do when in lockdown. I couldn't go to the gym, and did stress me out a bit. And actually, that's when I started playing the ukulele. So I just thought I'm going to need something that can just keep me preoccupied. Hello, Ikata. Hope you're well. Right. Here is a parody of, and not many people have heard this song. It's a parody of Katie Melua. Have you heard of Katie Melua? And it's my attempt at sort of a romantic song. I sang it to my wife, but she was not impressed. If you were a hat, I'd be a hairdo. If you were Brazilian, I'd be jiu-jitsu, as can be. If you were on a rumor, I'd be love in the first degree. Most people would get the reference. If you were a cork, I'd be a corkscrew. If you were dandruff, I'd be shampoo for a flaky scalp. If you fancied a Toblerone, I would move us to the Alps. Years of marriage, we've done 8. Yes, I know, a punch above my weight. I won't mention that you're 42. You took a chance on loving me, so I closed the door when I'm on the loo. And if that's not romance, then that's certainly what romance looks like. I'd say, actually, we've been married a lot longer than that. 13 years in, that's what marriage looks like. Hello, Jameson, how are you? Hope you're well. Right, it keeps. Yeah, as well as playing ukulele parody songs. Sorry, I have to go. Be in a horse stables. Yeah, makes sense. Hope you had a nice day, Diana Martinez. Thank you for joining my live stream. I generally appreciate the support. Right, here is a parody of Circle of Life from The Lion King. It's about generations. Basically, I was born in 1976. I'm Generation X. And this is about boomers, because boomers often get a bit of a tough time. And actually, I wrote this for a boomer friend of mine. I say friend. He's a guy. He's a boomer with a YouTube channel. And he was getting just, poor guy was getting loads of abuse in the comments. Just basically every other person going, all right, boomer, shut up, boomer. I thought that's really unfair. Because yes, there is an argument that the boomer generation messed up the monetary system, but I'm not sure about that. That's not sure you can blame them entirely on it. Right, and if you were born pre-1980, then my friend, you're a Gen X. Did your mom have a pub? Did dad drive a Capri? Did you really love your BMX? Boomers are concerned for their pension, but most of them own where they live. But like Gen Y and Z, I'm sure they'll agree, there's a cohort that they're glad not to be. We're in the U-bend of life, where it's an uphill struggle, defending lifestyle choices while they search for their kids' shoes, hoping that one day they will finally get flushed out of the U-bend of life. That's really kind of you, Bella. I appreciate that. Could you play Light 'Em Up by Fall Out Boy? I can't. Sorry. But actually, there is a song by Fall Out Boy. I think it's Elvis, or maybe Can't Help Falling in Love, which I need to learn. How's your day been? Hello, Bob. That's very kind of you, mate. It's not been bad, actually. I went to work. I was in the seafront office for a few hours. Before that, I dropped the kids off. I then biked home. I picked the kids up. I made them supper. I did the washing up. I'm now in a shed, 7 o'clock, playing ukulele. It's not been bad. Thank you for. How's your day been, mate? So yeah, that song's about, apparently, I watched what's the hardest song you can play and what's the easiest song you can play. Thanks for the question. I appreciate that. The easiest song is probably, I'd say the hardest song is anything with a B in it. Like anything like that's a B, and I really struggle to get it. I often get a bit of a thud noise. B's are hard. Any other song like this is quite excuse me. This is quite an easy song because it's just got a C and an F. Don't worry about a thing. Well, that's easier said than done, Mr. Bob Marley. You say don't worry about a thing. Well, that's easier said than done in 2026. Woke up this morning, worried about the interest rates. Then 3 small children started demanding their breakfast. Can we have some pancakes? Or maybe a bacon sandwich? No, you can have some cereal or maybe a piece of toast. Please try not to worry about a thing. It's a massive waste of your energy. That's a very easy song. It's 3 chords. C, F, G. Hi, I'm Luke. Could you please give me a shout out? Hello, Luke. Luke Walden. Hope you're well. Having a nice day. Thank you for doing this. It makes me laugh at some other time. Bless you, Isabel. That's very kind of you. And that's kind, Bob. Thank you. How long have you been playing the ukulele? Since about 2020. I will continue to do this because I'll be honest, today was probably the first day I was like, I'm quite tired. The kids were being, I don't want to eat that. I'm like, well, that's supper. It's that or you'll be hungry. But I thought, you know what? You basically, if you're going to commit to doing something, you got to commit to doing it. And today was probably, and I'm going to have lots of those days. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to live stream today. But it's like going for a run or doing some exercise or having that cold shower. You're like, well, if you really want to build the YouTube channel and you really want to get to a stage where it might be monetized, it might be a bit more interesting, well, you've got to step up. Why not even turn that on? What, Wally? Oh no, the batteries are running down. So actually I can't get frustrated about how slow it takes to develop and build a YouTube channel if I'm not prepared to turn up every day. So but I do generally appreciate that, Isabel. That makes a big difference. Anyway, I slightly digress. Here's a parody of If I Were a Boy by Beyonce, and it's kind of a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, hopefully a little bit of a dig at wokeness. Being James Bond in the world today must be a total flipping nightmare of not knowing what to do or what to say. Should the final scene be an exciting slugfest? Or should James give the villain a cuddle before calmly suggesting a citizen's arrest? That's one way to go. No worries, Isabel. I appreciate you being here. Have a nice rest of the day. That's kind of you. These are my... Where are you... these are your last seconds. Where are you going, Drags? Let me know what you're doing. Right, I'm going to keep going with the songs. Here is a very short parody of Whatever by Oasis. I'm free to eat whatever I want. Once the packed lunches are done, and as long as I don't mind the crab crisps, I'm also free for 7 minutes a day. Once the kids are in bed, and before I go to bed myself. What was the first song you played? Good question, Bob. Appreciate that. Probably. Hi, Tommy. It probably was that. Don't worry. Na na na. Because I think the first chord you ever play is C, because it's like one finger. C and then a T. So yeah, that one. It's a nice, easy one. And I think that's the benefit of playing ukulele, is because it's 4 strings. And it's quite easy. It's not as hard as but you can also sing and kind of have a bit of fun with it. What's my favourite song to play? That's I quite like this one. This one makes me laugh. This is Let It Be. It's a parody of Let It Be by the Beatles. B6. Oh, is that Bye? Bye, Drags. You take care of yourself. Thanks for popping in as ever. Right. I've just survived 3 whole hours of childcare, catering to their every need. One word was said constantly, Daddy. When every fluid has finally been cleaned up, the number 2 from number 3. Netflix and Disney, can you save me? Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. I hope my bus isn't late again. Rescue me. Yeah, 69. That's kind of you to mark on that, Drags. It's very supportive. For me, the thing, although I'm not going to lie, it's really nice if someone actually gives you a thumbs up and likes something you've done. For me, what's exciting is actually when I come out and I can see, oh, that's another 3 hours. That's quite interesting. But more than that is when I recognise the people like yourself and Isabel and Bob and Tommy and all the other people. It makes a big difference. And Luke and Bella and Jameson and Rink and Diana and Akata. Now I feel compelled to mention everyone because I hate the idea of leaving people out. And Dog Lover and Sam and GT and Charlotte and George. I think that's the thing, because you generally feel like you can. I think the one thing. Thanks, Bob and Belle. I think you can. There are times, certainly without getting too deep, meaningful, as a nearly 50-year-old man, where you can feel quite lonely. Where you're someone's dad and you're someone's husband, and you're maybe like a seafood officer, But I think as you get older, you can play to try and. No, I'd love to though. I will. Yeah, that would be a good one to play. But I can't play it. But it's only a matter of time. And if you want me to try and play a song for you, if you could just go and put it in a comment of any video, and I will add it to my list. Your channel is going to blow up. Your channel is going to blow up. Turn into the better version. That's very kind of you. Do you know what? I would love if I'm not going to lie. Of course, I'd love a channel that blew up, but I'd love a channel that actually helped other people go, I honestly wanted to do this, and you inspired me to do it, because I was worried that making a mess or making mistakes would just absolutely crush me. And I've watched you do it for about however long and realised that nothing bad really happens. And it's totally capable. There'll be lots of people who are much more talented than me and just should be doing this, because this is a good thing to do. It's fun. And who knows what, and I think certainly as you get older, I think you need more things in life. No, I can't. I can't do the SpongeBob theme either. Sorry, I'm very disappointing. Right, this is a parody of I don't know what the song's called, but it's by Fleetwood Mac. It's about me trying to be more manly. attempting some basic bug repair work. What actually happened was I sliced my finger and several inner tubes, and worst of all, I had to ask my wife for some help. Bob, I'm very kind of you. I don't know if it will ever get massive. I think I'd much rather, and of course I wouldn't, and that's why I do like doing the live streams, because even if it might get to one day where, because I'll be honest, although I love doing live streams every day, it is quite tiring. And if the channel got bigger, I would probably say, well, maybe try and do one every other day, or but I certainly wouldn't. That's kind of you. Thank you very much. But I quite like that it's, you know, maybe 20 people who are quite positive and friendly, and there's nothing worse than having a live stream where there's like 1 or 2 people who just want to try and wind you up. And I imagine. I remember actually there was a guy who was on TikTok. Young lad, blonde hair, played the guitar, really funny guy. And I saw a post that he wrote, he put out, and it really made me sad for him, because he was like, I've got really big, my channel's got really big, and now I basically just get loads of abuse. And I thought, yeah, that's a shame actually, because, you know, more isn't necessarily better. I'd love a channel that was monetized. That'd be exciting. I'd love it to be bigger, because I'd meet more cool people. But I think the problem is that when it gets big, you are going to attract more people, and some people just aren't going to like you. And I think that's one thing I'm much more okay with at 50 than I would have been at 25. But that you just have to accept that actually half the people you meet, maybe more, won't like you for reasons that are nothing to do with you. That's really kind of you, Bal. Appreciate it. Yeah, and I'd like to be able to, it's not just annoying YouTube elite service. So I want to build and support a community. Like, well, do you really? Because if you do, then you would turn up and do live streams every day, and you would generally do your best to try and make people happier. That's a commitment. And I think, well, if you got to put your money where your mouth is, really. If you want these things to happen, you got to turn up. Right. This is a parody of, actually, to answer your previous question, Bob, that was a really easy song. That was, I think, that one about Fleetwood Mac was basically G and F and G and F. That's really kind, Bob. I appreciate that. That's lovely. And then I'm more than happy. I've got a video where basically I teach people how to play the ukulele. More than happy to do that. It's a really fun. There's nothing better than singing and just singing ridiculous songs, even if it makes you laugh. I make myself laugh a lot. I think my wife thinks that I'm basically losing the plot. She's probably not wrong. Right, this is a parody of Unbelievable by the Monkees. I have always been a massive fan of lists, 'cause getting things done gives you dopamine. When the world's out to get you, kick it in the bum by ticking off a list of things that you've already done. You want to get things done, be a list writer, a shot of dopamine. When you see that it's done, I write lists. I'm a list writer, because I'm writing lists. Bertrand. Love writing a list. Can't beat writing a list. Right, 40 minutes. What's the weirdest song you can play? That one, probably. No, I could definitely got a couple of. I tell you what, this one is probably, and we'll end on this one. This is a good one to finish on. It's a very silly song. I quite like songs that are story based. You know, it's like I loved if you've ever heard of Pulp and the Beatles. The Beatles I think were so good because quite often they sang stories, and people love a story. This is a very childish story about something that still makes me laugh, and it's a parody of Hanson's Umbop. Lots of my memories make me laugh, but none as much as this. I stopped at a motorway services for a coffee and a whiz. All the urinals were full, so I went to sit down. A guy in the next cubicle was making funny sounds. He was going plop, 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 sad and painful, plop, 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 he was really struggling, plop, 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 he said it wasn't funny, plop, 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 it definitely was. Have you met any famous people? Actually, I used to work in the fitness industry, and I used to personally train Heather Mills, who was married to Paul McCartney, and once I trained him and her. That was quite surreal. I literally knocked on their door expecting just her. He answered the door, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a Beatle. That was quite cool. I don't think I've ever topped that. That was like the fact that I rang my mum and said, I've just met Paul McCartney. She was like, oh, she was proper, because you know, when she was growing up, he was like the coolest person in the world. Anyway, thank you so much, and thank you, Bob, for all your questions. It makes a massive difference. Otherwise, sometimes it's a bit, you know. What's nice is that quite often you're certainly one of them, Drags is certainly one of them, Isabel's certainly one of them, lots of other lovely people here answer questions and help kind of lift the live stream, and I appreciate that massively. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having an awesome day. Take care. Bye. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.